This video will be separated in the following parts. Disclaimer before I get started, I know that college application is getting harder and harder if you look at the statistics and if you look at what people are doing to get into colleges. It is crazy and I am so sorry. I feel bad for myself. I feel bad for you guys, okay? I get it. Two, there are many factors outside of your control. Some of them are not really fair, but that's just how they decide who they accept. It is life. It sucks. It is life. So don't beat yourself up too much over this part. Work hard because you want to work hard, but don't work hard for the sole purpose of getting into college because there's so many factors outside of your control at the end of the day. With that being said, I hope that this video helps you with the parts that you can control. Hi everyone, my name is Casey. I am a junior studying public health at Hopkins. I applied the 2021 cycle. I have a longer video about this somewhere on my channel, but I think people are scared by a 30-minute video. Fair enough, so I'm making a shorter version today that is much less comprehensive, but we'll try my best. The following schools I'm going to list, I applied all regular decision. I got into Johns Hopkins, Washington University, St. Louis, Vanderbilt, UC Berkeley, Rice, USC, UC San Diego, UC Santabarbara, and Northeastern. Some honorable mentions, I got waitlisted at Swarthmore, Duke, and Stanford. I got a 1530 out of 1600 on the SAT. I took it once. It was test optional when I applied, but I still put it in my application. I also did the writing section, which was a thing back in the day. I did not include my writing score because it was pretty bad. I was in the IB curriculum, so my school was on a 1 to 7 scale. My GPA at the end of 4 years was 6.53, I think. And I don't know the exact conversion, but I believe that's around at least a 3.8 or around a 4. For extracurriculars, I want to remind you guys that I did not do this all in one go because that would be physically impossible. I did it at different points of my high school career. I'm going to tell you everything that didn't really matter to me, and in the end I will explain the one that did matter to me a lot. I was a link leader, which is a group that helps with the new student orientation business. I was in Model United Nations. I was a delegate and I won some awards and conferences. Not a big deal, just mini awards. I wasn't that great, but I wasn't terrible. I was more involved in Model UN as someone who trains the new delegates, and I really like that. I like training people. I think I'm decent at it, so that's what I did. I was in student council. In 9th grade, I was a class representative, and in 10th grade, I was a vice president. In 11th grade, I ran for president, but I did not get it, which is fine. Then I also did some volunteer work. I volunteered as a English and physical education teacher of sorts in a school for the blind. It was like a non-profit blind school. It was a bit rural. They don't have a lot of funding. They don't have that many teachers, so it was really cool. It was a really fun experience, and I learned a lot. I also played on the varsity badminton team. I was not that great, but it's okay. I was on the team. The last one that I would like to mention is one that I think really stood out in my application and the thing that also mattered the most to me personally. I started it wasn't officially registered as one, but it was a nonprofit of sorts where I helped fund, organize the vaccinations of hepatitis B in children in my area that are from lower income places. Over the course of my high school career before COVID hit, we were able to vaccinate, I believe, 1,600 people. We had plans to vaccinate over 2,000. We had the funds to do so, but we never got around to it because COVID happened and made me really angry. That was the thing that I probably spent the majority of my time on. I was the one who started it, so I was like the president or whatever. And I did it with all my friends and it was really fun. It was really cool. Learned a lot. We went to 7 different locations. So 7 different projects, and each project is 3 parts, and I think I learned a lot from that, which is why the bulk of my application was around that. If you want to watch me read my personal essay out loud, then you can go to my longer video, which I will link in the description and in a pinned comment below. But let me tell you the gist of what I wrote. I wrote about the whole vaccination thing because that's what I was crazy about. I wrote about how it was a very transformative experience, doing something that I was extremely passionate about. I was very much humbled by the experience. I also learned a lot. I felt like I just became a much better person overall as a result. I wrote about how that changed me as a human being. And I think this is relevant because in my application, I made it known that I am a pre-med. That's my plan. It's very typical to have pre-meds at Hopkins, but that is my plan, and I want to become a physician. And for me, doing public health field work was something that was really important to me. And then I came in and now I'm public health, so like, you know, full circle moment or whatever. But that's what I wrote about. For my Hopkins essay, I don't remember what I wrote for the other essays because I lost the Google Doc account for that. But I did get to read my Hopkins one because I requested it from the school. I wrote about medical humanities because that is something I'm interested in, like intersecting humanities and science and medicine or whatever. And then I also wrote about how I'm very interested in community work. That's what I did in high school. That's what I intend to do for the rest of my life.